All right. This evening, we welcome back to the to be interviewed again, Steve Bryant. He did a Kickstarter back in March for the first two issues of The Catch, and he is up and running his Kickstarter for the third issue. So uh, I asked him if he'd like to come back, and he said, "Yeah." So let's just cut to the chase and bring him right in.
Hey
Hey,
Chad, how are you
Steve,
doing?
how's it been?
Oh, again, living in the weird world that we're in right now. Not too bad. Uh, yeah, just adjusting to everything.
No, I completely understand. Totally, totally get you there.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
we were just talking before we started that you
I'm
you
trying
just ran your what?
I'm trying to find my camera on my on
Oh,
my uh, on my iPad, and I keep feeling like I'm side-eyeing everybody. Sorry about that.
it's okay. Um, so you ran your last Kickstarter for issues. Well, was it for issue two? But you were also including issue one and the one you ran in March, and this one is for issue three, and you're including one through two in this one. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah. And I was skeptical when we did the campaign for issue one because I've seen some people do it and it seems to work really well for them. But I also wasn't sure. Um, you don't want to go to the well one too many times, and we've had some really supportive folks on this campaign, so it's been great. Um, but yeah, we're doing issue three, but you can also, there are packages for issues one, two, and three. Or if you supported the first campaign and missed campaign two, there are packages for issues two and three as well.
So just since it was March, which seems like an eternity ago,
Right.
ex- you know, can you explain uh, what the catch is and where the story picks up with issue three?
Yeah. So the elevator pitch is the catch follows a skip tracer who tracks down costume crooks that jump bail. So and she has no superpowers. So that's kind of the book in a nutshell. It's um, in the vein of books like Powers or Gotham Central or Jessica Jones. And yeah, our protagonist is a skip tracer named Lucy Chase, and she's got an on again, off again relationship with a U.S. Marshal who helps her out from time to time as well. And yeah, in issue one, she discovered. I don't want to try. I don't want to spoil any of the issues, so I'm going to try to
No, that's fine.
dance around the plot. But she discovered a certain dark, brooding um, hero's secret files on um, all the other heroes and villains in this comic universe,
Mhm.
and she has that information, and now she's kind of on a collision course with the feds and all the villains. So it's really just kind of in that Elmore Leonard vein where everything is moving towards the same collision course endpoint, and that's actually what issue three is.
Yeah. And we probably talked about this with the last one, but who's the creative team that you're working with, and how did you kind of have you worked with them before, or did you
Yeah.
somehow find discover them or
Um, well, I'm writing it, and my co-creator and penciler inker is Ismael Canales, and I worked with Ishmael. He was the artist that we chose for Athena Voltaire and the Sorcerer Pope, the first story arc we did at Action Lab. And Action Lab introduced me to a number of terrific artists, and Ismael was the one that I just really, his work resonated with me. And so he did the first arc. And when I had the chance to pitch this to him and say, hey, would you like to draw this and co-own it with me? Because we had so much fun on the Athena arc, he was glad to do it. And our first issue was colored by Roger Soroka, and Roger
Mhm.
was unavailable to do issue 2, and he recommended Mireia Girbau, who colored issue 2, and she's back for issue 3. And then the rest of the creative team are Chris Murrin, who's editing it, who has been editing pretty much everything I've packaged as a creator-owned book for the last, I don't know, 10 years. And Jason Millay, who's colored a bunch of Athena Voltaire stuff that I've done. And we've collaborated on a bajillion things too. So
Mhm.
Jason is coloring some variant covers. So it's, at this point, it's just kind of working with a bunch of my friends. And, that's always fun.
So let's talk about the Kickstarter itself. What you have. It looks like you have a, you know, I don't know. I've never done a Kickstarter, so but it looks like it's a, fairly uh, low. Not, I don't want to say low goal, but it's a, I don't
Attainable.
know the word I'm looking for, but but
Let,
what do
let's
you
say attainable.
attainable? That's the word I was looking for. So what is the, what are you planning to cover with the Kickstarter for cost wise?
um, Ishmael's rate and Mireya's rate, printing, shipping, all the packaging stuff. We're using Gemini comic mailers, which I love them. I wish I had. Hold on,
Yep.
it's these guys, and I love these because they're super solid, and books never get damaged with them, or if they do, it's very rare.
Hmm.
So, buying a bunch of mailers for it and just trying to use top notch stuff. And then, Kickstarter fees, taxes, all of that stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the long and short of it.
Yeah. And is I guess where is the issue in production? I guess is that's the word I'm looking for that time.
Um, Ishmael has it drawn, and Mireia has colored the main cover. Jason has colored the 2 variant covers, and Mireia has colored the first 5 pages. And I've got it lettered on the black and white pages. So we just have 19 pages for Mireia to color, and then we'll send it off to print, and hopefully it'll. We've got February as our delivery date, but I would like to see it in everyone's hands either right before or right after Christmas. Fingers crossed.
So what level, what are the different um, levels of rewards that you're offering people, should they decide to back your project?
Um, we've got everything from digital rewards. You can get just issue 3 digitally for $5, and all digital rewards come with the Spanish translation as well. That was Ishmael's idea, and I thought it was brilliant. So he's translated each issue as well. So we've got a digital version of issue 3, or we've got a catch up of issues 1, 2, and 3 digitally. And all the digital ones come with English and Spanish translation. We are, I think we're 18 backers away from a backer goal that we have. When we hit 200 backers, we're going to supersize all the digital editions. So you'll get Ishmael's black and white art and the scripts for each issue. Um, so yeah, that's kind of this stuff will be it with all the rewards, the digital
Hmm.
ones. We've got print version of issue 3, and then various print catch-ups packages that have, issues 1, 2, and 3, or like all of my variant covers, or all of the we call them the movie poster variant covers that Ismael drew and Jason painted. And then we've also got some packets where you can create a supervillain dossier. Well, here I've got. Well, okay, I'm going to start with one of the high level rewards, and then we'll break it down because all these are also available individually. Is that cool?
Sure.
Okay, so we've got a box set, like so.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I try to come up with rewards that are like stuff that I would want. So the box set has got, it's the only reward level that has the Catch novelty handcuffs. And this box set is actually the catch up. See, we can use the word catch a million times in this campaign. It's got the catch up package for issues 1 and 2. So it comes with all 6 covers for issue 1. I've got 3 of them in here, and another 3 of issue 1 here. It's got prints of all the covers, all 3 covers for issue 2. Oops.
Yep.
And some of these things are included in the individual rewards as well, if I can get this open. Oh, boy. It's like stupid pet tricks. We've got some packets of villain dossiers that come with it, with the,
that's cool.
The business card of our U.S. Marshal. And then I'm going to black out the name. But we've got, you can do a wanted poster. And we've got a bail bonds card in there and Lucy's investigation card. So yes, those are all the wanted flyer, and the dossiers are also available as their own individual rewards. But yeah, then with the box sets, we've got, here's how it looks open.
Oh, that's really cool.
So yeah, I want to do this on every campaign now, because I want to have my own shelf with this stuff, because, well, shelves.
Yeah.
We're all collectors at heart in some way, right?
Can never have too many shelves.
And too many cool things on those shelves.
I know.
But yeah, sorry, I hope it didn't come off too infomercially when I'm flipping through all that.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
So, how are you seeing? And again, going back to the fact that you did your last Kickstarter in March, and I think at that time we were talking about how the pandemic and people's money may have affected that, and luckily you were able to fund that one.
Yeah.
Are you kind of more? Again, tonight words are evading me. Are you a little more, I guess, confident about this one?
It's weird. I think most creators, if you ask them about their Kickstarter campaign, most of us vacillate wildly between being massively confident and having little panic attacks about what if. But issue 2, the campaign for that funded, I think, in the last couple of days of the campaign. Issue 1, which was pre-pandemic, funded in the last hour. So we did better on issue 2 than issue 1. And issue 3, at 9 days out, we are, I think, about $700 or $800 ahead of where we were for issue 2. So, I'm hoping that holds, but it's the whole world's nuts right now. So it's kind of hard to really know.
Yeah. And we might be preparing for a civil war, but
Oh, good Lord. I saw some of that. Oh,
Anyway,
yeah.
back. So
So comics.
other than other than your Kickstarter, are we going to be seeing any more Athena Voltaire anytime soon, or is that
Yes.
kind of or okay? So yeah, I was going to say, or is that on the back burner? But you said yes, so
So yeah, like all of my projects kind of intersected with 4 years ago, I went back to school to complete my undergrad and then got my master's in creative technologies, digital arts. And when I went back to school, I signed a deal with Action Lab for them to, I essentially licensed Athena Voltaire to them. And I would write it and do the covers, but they would provide artists for it because I thought it was the best way to keep the book going um, while I was in school. And we ran into some delays with Action Lab on that. And instead of doing a 2 year arc, 24 issues, we got about 8 issues out before they had difficulties when they changed printers and a number of things snowballed. So the third story arc, um, Athena Voltaire and the Terror on the Orient Express, has been kind of in limbo for about a year and a half now. And this is the last arc that I'm not drawing. And um, Abel Cicero is the artist that's doing it, and I think he's got 5 pages left. So what I want to do is kickstart it in January uh, and offer it as a trade paperback, and then also as the individual issues because it had been solicited through Diamond before Action Lab was having these scheduling
Mhm.
issues. Um, so yeah, I'd like to do that in January and offer it in both flavors, so to speak. Um, and then after that, I finished up school. I'm working my day job and teaching now, so I'd like to get back to writing and drawing Athena and making that my main gig.
Mhm.
The only thing I have right now, kind of in the way, is and I shouldn't say in the way, but the only last thing I want to finish up from a drawing perspective that's in the queue is in my last semester of grad school, I did an independent study of creating a webcomic, and I've been doing that. It's gotten a little more irregular since the
Mhm.
Kickstarter campaign started, but it's 1980s post-apocalyptic adventure. It's called Maximus Rex, Maximus WRECKS.com. And it updates every Tuesday. It did not update today as we're recording this, but I hope to be back next week. And I'm writing and drawing that. And Jason Millay, who I mentioned earlier, is
Mhm.
coloring, and Chris Murrin's editing. So it's my usual comfort group of people that I can con into working with me. Um, so yeah, those are the other things that are kind of the other plates I'm spinning along with the catch right
Yeah.
now.
And how many more issues of the Catch do you plan on doing? I maybe is it like a mini series at this time?
Yeah, yeah, it's a mini series, and issue 3, the current campaign, wraps up our first story arc.
Okay.
And Ishmael and I have been having a blast. So I have some ideas for the second arc, and I'm kind of starting to take my notes and shape that into something I'm going to send to Chris to have him troubleshoot and make sure that I've got my plot working, well. So yeah, I'd love to do some more catch in 2021.
If we're still around.
Even I'd like to think that it's all bluster, but good Lord, this has been obviously the strangest year of probably any of our lives, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, I asked about Athena Voltaire because I remember that's how I first became aware of you back during the CGS days.
well, yeah, and I mean, again, I can't understate I can't overstate the importance of CGS uh, to my whole comics creating experience, because yeah, I've met so many people that, were introduced to the book through that, including our editor, Chris Murrin, who I met on the
Mhm.
CGS forums. So yeah, gosh, um, how long has it been? 15 years, 16 years?
Something
14.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
actually, I know this because I've been in here in Albany for is it 15? Yeah, 15 years, or no, 14 years. 14 years. And I went to episode 200. And that's about in 2006 is about the time I uh, found the show.
okay. I think 2006 was me too. I know that I started listening in the single digits. Um, so Lord only knows, how far back that was. But yeah, it's crazy. And I like I don't know about you. Well, I'm sure you have as well. Like maintained all these friendships out of the early comics
You know?
podcast.
I mean, I still talk to, like Sean Pryor and
Yeah, he was just
every,
on.
yeah. And, when they used to have those things called shows, I would occasionally see like Dave DeWanch, and it's always nice that to keep in touch with some of those people.
Yeah, boy, I miss conventions already. I remember complaining about C2E2 because they moved it up in 2020. Instead of March or April, they did it the last weekend of February. It was also like the last convention any of us had
Hmm.
before COVID hit. So yeah, boy, I miss conventions.
And I think they just moved that one to December.
Yeah.
So if you want to if there's a vaccine and you want to go to Chicago in December, then
And 2 hour drive for me. So it would be a chance for us to enjoy the downtown when it's decorated and stuff. So I haven't missed a C2E2 yet, so I don't plan on missing it.
yeah. All right. Was there anything else about the Kickstarter that you wanted to mention, or if not, then if you want to do like a quick pitch, wrap up and include like where people can find you on social media and all that, then we can do that.
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, pretty much, I think I stumbled through all of the Kickstarter stuff. Oh, I think since we've been on, we got a $25 pledge. See, it's like a PBS telethon right here, and a tote
Well,
bag.
hopefully, you have about just over a week to go, and you're almost there. So
It's
I hope
nerve wracking.
you.
It's nerve
I
wracking.
can imagine. So
So
where
yeah,
can go ahead.
no, you're driving. Tell me what to do.
No, I was going to say. So where can people find more about? And I'll include the links to the Kickstarter in the show notes. But where can they find your stuff, your web comic, your social media?
Well, fortunately, all my social media is now kind of contained under Steve Bryant Art. So at Instagram, it's at Steve Bryant Art, Twitter at Steve Bryant Art, and then I finally got around to setting up a professional page on Facebook, and it's Steve Bryant Art. So I figured that's probably the safest thing. But I set a couple of these things up before I set up my website, which is, of course, SteveBryantComics.com. But yeah, hopefully that's easy enough to track. And then yeah, the webcomic is just Maximus Rex, MaximusWrecks.com. And you can get there through SteveBryantComics.com as well.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for again taking the time. I know we kind of we're back and forth on scheduling this, but I'm glad
Well,
we finally were able to fit it in.
I appreciate you having me on, and I know that, yeah, oh my gosh, just all of our schedules. John Oliver coined the phrase time soup, and I just feel like that's accurate for where we all are right now. So, I mean, are you
Well,
doing okay in this weird isolation we're in?
doing okay. I'm working from home at least through the end of the year. I expect it's going to be extended because our numbers are, even though here in New York, our governor's really hands on, then it's just the numbers are, slowly inching up. So,
Same here in Illinois. So yeah, my day job has me here, through the end of the year, and I imagine well into 2021.
and who knows whatever happens with, the election, then, cause
I know
I,
it's weighing on everyone's mind. It's the John Mulvaney thing. There's a horse in the hospital. That whole. I don't know if you saw that statement.
all right, well, I'm going to let you go. Again, thanks for taking the time. Uh, Back in, if you want to, in January, I believe you said that's when you're doing the next one.
Yeah, yeah, the Athena one.
Yeah. Oh, we'll talk some Athena Voltaire then.
That would be awesome. Thank you so much for having me on and making the time, man.
All right. Well, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and yeah, we'll touch base at the beginning of the year.
And you as well. Cool. Have
All right.
a great year and happy holidays.
All right. You too. All right.
Okay.
Bye.